G'day everyone, welcome back to Shane's Shed. Today I've got a product review for you. So I got contacted by Auxito LED lighting not long ago, asking if they can send me some lights to test. Now these particular bulbs they send me, I can use them on both my Outlander and on my Suburban. So in this particular video I'm going to run them in the LMC headlight inserts I've got. Now these are these old ball rectangular, they're like a 92mm by 150, something along those lines. Really uncommon, but it'd be interesting to see how these go with the same bulb compared to like a more modern reflector. So if you want to see that, I've got a playlist up here for the 3 videos I'm doing with these Auxito lights. The other one is with my Patrol with the 7-inch round, pretty much common with a lot of muscle cars stuff. I'm sure you know the one. So, and they run a H4 bulb. So yeah, separate video, playlist here, or I'll throw the playlist at the end of the video. So anyway, we're going to run these in here. Now, they are essentially a generic replacement bulb. Change them out exactly like any other bulb. Nothing special there. The only thing I do notice is the connectors in the end here. They do have, well, no little tangs in them, whereas like a standard halogen bulb for the high beam has 2 little tabs on the inside, and the low beam has a single tab. So yeah, you could fit these in either spot. Whether that's an issue or not, I don't know. Yeah, they kind of look the same output anyway. The only issue in my application here is just with the design of that connector. So the ones that are coming out of here have a straight connector straight out the end. I do need to do some clearancing on the buckets for these to work. The connectors come straight out the back rather than sort of 90 degree and straight down. Now I have tried to bend these little tabs down on the back of the bucket. Still can't get clearance, so they basically need to remove. I'm going to try and just trim those off. It's really only those bottom 2 that create an issue. Let's see how we go. Now there are a couple of designs that Auxito have for these lights, so with basically different cooling setups, different ends on them. These have a little cooling fan in the end of them. Now that may be a concern if it's sort of exposed at the back of an engine bay and get water all splashed on them. I'll have to look up the bay, if they've got any IP ratings for water resistance. Yeah, I don't know. If they do, I'll throw it on the bottom of the screen. Now, like I mentioned, Auxito have sent me these lights. Now, I'm not under any obligation to say anything in particular, nice or bad, about these. The only request that Auxito have made mention is they'd like their name in the video description. So that's pretty reasonable. There was nothing else imposed on me, so I'm going to give you my honest review on what these are like. Like I said, I've got a total of 3 different comparisons going with these lights. So yeah, be sure to check them all out. We'll get them in and we'll go for a bit of a comparison run at night and see what they look like. So with the LEDs, with the low beam here, now you can see, especially in the camera here, there's quite a bit of light scattering. It is quite noticeable with these particular headlights. Even with the halogens, it's more so noticeable with the LEDs. High beams, it's actually pretty good, to be honest, but let's do a swap over to the halogens, back to those again, and we'll give it a bit of a comparison. Okay, so straight away with the halogens, you can tell there's a lot less light scattering going on. It is a lot better. To be honest, these lenses are not perfect. There could still be a huge improvement over what it currently is, but you know, it's a lot smoother in the transitions between the light and the dark spots. So yeah, much more easy to deal with in the low beam with the halogens. Go across the high beams, to be honest, much of a muchness really. I think the LEDs might perform a little better, and I think the probably the ideal thing to do here would be to run maybe the LEDs on the inner high beams and use a combination, because there doesn't seem to be much scattering even with the LEDs on the high beam. Right, so before we get to the full conclusion, if you're interested in buying any of these Auxito LED bulbs, I do have a referral link in the description below, so go check that out. If you make a purchase through that, I'll get a bit of a kickback, so you're helping out me at no cost to yourself, so that is awesome. Plus, if you use the discount code SHANESHED, I'll throw it right here, I'm pretty sure that's a 10% discount off for you guys as well. So yeah, get in and use that. You might as well, and it just shows companies like this that yeah, it's worth working with YouTubers in general. What am I doing with the Suburban? Well, using those LEDs in the low beam is with these LMC truck body headlights. I don't want to say they're trash, but it's not good, to be honest. That particular, the low beam lens, it doesn't have the best focus even with a halogen, which they're designed for. Like, you can see a little bit of light scattering. With the LED in there, the beam gets quite focused, and there is a lot of dark spots and hot spots, and it's really not nice. The inner high beams, on the other hand, with the LEDs, I couldn't really pick any light scattering, any hot spots, light spots, dark spots, whatever you want to call it. So that was actually not too bad, and probably a little bit better performance than the halogen. So I'm actually going to use a combo in this one. So I'm going to use the halogen low beam and the LED bulb on the high beam, and it kind of gives me the best of both worlds there. So it's not saying that the Auxito bulbs are totally crap. I think it really does depend on the application, because in the 7-inch round I've got on my patrol with the H4s, they're actually not too bad. I was less disappointed than I thought I was going to be. So yeah, it just goes to show particular applications may work, may not. Yeah, I wish I could be more help for you all, but the build quality on them seems okay. And so I guess at the end of the day, would I buy them? Well, the answer is yes and no. So, but I guess the answer is in how I'm going to run with these in the going forward now. So 50-50, would I buy them or not? That's pretty much the answer. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Throw a comment below as well if you've had any particular experiences with replacement LED bulbs. For this, I would love to have a better option in regards to replacing the lens with probably a decent modern LED projector, but unfortunately there's just not much on the market for this size. Yeah, it is what it is. Mate, I would love to actually put the time in and invest in a proper LED light for these, and but I don't know whether the return on investment would be there, unfortunately. So yeah, it is what it is. We'll just keep plodding along and try and get better lighting out of the Suburban as we go. But at the moment, we've got a little bit of an improvement. So thanks very much for watching, and don't forget, playlist over here for all the other Auxito reviews I've done. There's a total of 3 of them, so go check that out.